Alright, so I just got to my class. Nobody's here. So I have time to do this. Want to know the most underrated thing that I think, especially for college students? Coming to class early. Especially when you're in a lecture hall like this class that I'm waiting to begin. And yes, I am 2 hours ahead. 2 hours early. But that means I get to sit here for 2 hours, and I know within like an hour and 20 minutes somebody will walk in, because they always do around that time, and then another person will trickle in around 10 minutes later, and then all of a sudden everybody shows up. That's false. They said no one was in there, but that is false. I'm in here. That was scary. I didn't know people were using this. Okay, so it turns out people may be coming in here. That's weird. They never do. Anyways, so in my opinion, going to class early is underrated. It should be a thing because you just get to relax here for X amount of time. And yeah, I really thought I had more, but no. Going to class early is fun. Yeah, I totally don't do it because I have a class before this and I just had lunch and I totally don't want to walk back to my dorm. Yeah, that's totally not the reason. So yeah, bye-bye. Okay, so today for the live stream, what I'm gonna do is basically, I had 4 classes today. Friday, I have 4 classes. Actually, this was the last Friday I had 4 classes, which is like great because with finals coming up, classes are ending. So my lab, I just have 1 assignment. That's it. Today was the last meeting for that, so that's a plus. And like my seminar class, we meet 1 more time, and that's it too. Anyways, I wanted to end the week with the advice that I gathered today from basically all my classes. So one is, you are born in the city you are born in, but that city does not define you. So that was one thing. And so that was from one class, my history. And then for my seminar, there's a couple. Pay attention to your desires. God's desires for you are deeply rooted within you. You are the special will of God. God loves us the way we are. We don't have to be different for Him to love us. You are good enough. Follow those desires, because when your life is over, it's over. There's no do-over. There isn't resetting the story or like resetting the game. So yeah. So follow your desires and don't live a dull life. Live one that you will be proud of as the time is ending for you. And this is in sense a religious quote per se. Go and set the world on fire, or go light the world on fire. Basically meaning don't literally do that, but go out and do the things that make you feel like you have a purpose of doing it, like you feel good doing it and it's helping the world in some way. That's how, if you don't act on your desires, it isn't guaranteed that someone else would do the things that you are desiring to do. I know I'm repeating the word, but I try to figure out a synonym I could use that could display the same amount of. If you don't do what you're passionate of, it isn't guaranteed that whatever you're thinking in your head, like the problems you want to solve in the world, it's not guaranteed that someone else would do it. So instead of waiting for someone to do whatever you're thinking, go out and do it. Don't look at how much time it's going to take. All you need to do, even though you may not like see it fully, just take one step. One step forward is better than staying put. Staying put won't get you anywhere. Moving even one step at a time, eventually you will get to the destination that you want to get to. But if you're, say you're stranded, but you stay there, you'll forever be there. But the moment you take one step in a direction, even if it's not the right direction, at least you're figuring out new information, because if eventually you realize halfway, I went the wrong way. Cool. Turn around and go the way you were supposed to go. You learn that that's not the right way. Awesome. You won't go there anymore. You'll start heading in the direction you're supposed to. If you make a mistake, who cares? You made a mistake. You learned something. You learned what didn't work for that thing. That is so much more valuable than on the first try you got it right. Because if you get it right on the first try, then how do you know what doesn't work? How do you know that's the only way to do that? You don't. Because you didn't experience of alternating your decisions to make it work. I hope that makes sense. That's all I have for y'all today. Yeah, I was just making sure I read all the advice that I've gathered throughout my classes today. And if you did enjoy this and you want some more advice that I gather throughout my lectures in college, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below the advice you enjoyed the most today. And let me see. I'm thinking if that's everything. Oh yeah, leave a like on this video, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. During this live, I have to pack my bag because I am going to my friend's room to study, and I'll probably be there for the rest of the night, so I won't be able to live stream later. And I made it a goal basically to live stream every day until the rest of the years, so be on the lookout for that. And don't know if my roommate's coming in. Kind of suck because you did. I don't think she's home. Okay. But we got packed right here. I need to take this to get back into my room. My keys, basically. Great. This could stay. Oh, I need to make sure I have my glasses. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so before I started this, I knew what I was gonna do, talk about, and then it slipped to another part of my brain, and now I'm trying to use some muscles to recall the thought. What was I? Oh, yeah. I should have put this in the title. It would have helped me. Anyways, basically, So currently at school, it's not this coming week, but next week are finals. And even though I don't have that many, thank you, Jesus, I still have a lot on my shoulders upcoming, because even though I may not have a lot of my classes, I have a bunch of work to do, because instead of finals, we have other things to complete within this upcoming week and next week. So that's like leaving a lot of stress on me and everyone else around campus, and just at this time of the year in general. A lot of schools are having finals in December. Finals or midterms, depending where you are on the academic scale, will determine how some places word the exams happening before or even after winter break. But typically after, it's mainly in a high school setting, and not every high school does that. I just know because I've been to two high schools, and the first one I had exams after winter break for 3 years. Gotta love it. But I'm glad that at least last year and this year it's before winter break. So that's a plus. But really what I'm referring to is like challenges or obstacles in general, because nobody likes obstacles. People may say, "Oh, I like a good challenge." Yeah, but it's still a challenge. It's still going to have some sort of struggle incorporated to it, and not every challenge is the same as the previous one. In fact, in my opinion, or at least in my experiences, typically once you experience one challenge, you're like, okay, that's no longer a challenge. So when another challenge rolls around, it's like a new level of challenge. And no matter how many times you could say, oh, yeah, I could do it, you could. But the thing is, you have to know that it is going to take time, and that it may not, it's not going to be easy because it's a challenge. And even though all of those statements are true, doesn't mean you should give up, because giving up just stops you. You could be, let's say, like this line, finish line, and then here is the starting. You could be here and you decide, oh, you know what, I'm just going to stop because this is just too hard, this is too difficult, and whatever. Or you could be like right here. But the thing with this, we don't know what challenge is the challenge before the finish line. And when I mean I'm like referring to life here. We don't know when something's going to happen until we do everything that we possibly could that will lead up to our quote unquote finish line, which could be a goal you set for yourself, a dream, or just a task you want to do. But we know what the finish line looks like, and we know where we are. We're in between the start and the finish, but we just don't know the distance between everything. We don't know exactly our positioning before between the start and the finish, but we know we're somewhere here. It's just in the present, we don't know how much more is until that goal, until we cross the finish line and start tackling a new goal, a new dream. We don't know until we complete the challenge before the finish line, the hill before the last few meters or the last stretch. We don't know until we cross it. And I know that's a bunch of references, but I'm just referring to how we really don't. Sure, we have all this technology and everything, but the only reason why we have such an advancement of everything is because someone was at a challenge, they hit a roadblock. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry. And they hit a roadblock. And maybe they stopped for a little bit. But they came back to it because they reminded themselves of what the finish line could potentially look like, even though they won't know until they experience it. So they took a different direction, or they continued, or they viewed the challenge, the obstacle, in a different way, to the point where they could complete it and they could continue on. And then they hit another, and they thought, you know what, I've been here before, and even though it took time, if the obstacle wasn't there to be like solved, then why is it there? So the individual knows that there's a solution. It's just now they have to figure out what is the solution. So they may have a bunch of like ways to solve it, but they may not find the right solution. But they did find a bunch of ways of what wouldn't work, so that could eliminate a bunch of options, and that could help to lead to the finish line. So I hope that helps. I kind of just went whatever was generating through my mind, and I hope that helps some of you today. And if it did, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post videos, live stream, shorts, and post on the community tab. Be sure to comment down your favorite part of this video, and be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just waiting for the thing to load, so I kept going like that. Anyways, today's Monday. Today I only had one class. Why? Because instead of having a class like meeting, I have to present today in 4 hours. But luckily, the building I have to present is legit across the street from my building, so that's great. And right now it's relaxation. I woke up later than I wanted to since my first class got canceled. Well, got rescheduled because presentation. And then French was easy because I did my presentation on Friday. I just basically watched 4 groups present, and we have 3 more groups on Wednesday to present, and then Friday we will review for our final, which is following Wednesday, so that's good. And then, oh my gosh, I just did my laundry, and it took some time because people placed their stuff in the washer and in the dryer, but they're not picking them up, which is causing some traffic in the laundry room, and it's just chaotic. But I got my laundry done. Is it put away? No, it's sitting in its bag because I was like, food. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat my leftovers from yesterday. And I'm going to watch a bit, relax, because during the time it took me to do my laundry, I was down there for an hour. I was able to finish my one assignment that I needed to get done, and then I have one more, and then I need to study for my psychology test tomorrow, and then I need to start another assignment. Because I have 1 essay, 2 essay, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests, 7, 8 more assignments for the semester. And 4 of them are due Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get 1 more done today. And then start the reading portion for a Wednesday assignment, because I have a couple of Wednesday and Friday. I have so many reading assignments. And for once, Friday, I have 2 classes instead of 4. And I'm so happy. Although I do have an assignment for 1 class, even though we're not meeting on Friday. But yeah. College. How every week is basically a new schedule. Yeah. Oh, and on Thursday, I only have 1 class. So the only time I have more than 2 classes this week is Wednesday, when I have 3. Which I find so strange. Because typically I have, how many class meetings do I have today? Throughout a typical week, if nothing changes, which rarely happens, I typically would go from 2 to 3 to plus 4. I typically have 13 class meetings per week. This week I'm only having 4, 7, 10. That means 3 classes basically got canceled. I had 4 classes got canceled. I did math wrong somewhere. 4, 3, 2. How many? 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday, 2 on Tuesday, 3 plus 4, 13. Something's not lining up, and I don't want to go through the math right now, even though I just did on my hands. But yeah. If you did enjoy my confusion just there for a second, be sure to subscribe to and hit the notification bell to find more on live streams. And comment down below how your week is going. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Hi, everyone. So, wow, my hair really looks great. This is what happened. This is just how my hair is after washing it. This is 2 days after it's been washed. It typically looks better than a day after. Why? I'm not sure, if I'm being honest. Anyways, I just took my last test for psychology. But the thing is, for 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of class, we realized there was a problem with the lockdown browser that we use to take the test. But luckily, the problem was that for a lot of Mac users, there was an update that needed to be done, and a bunch of us didn't realize. And plus, with the location of our classroom, the Wi-Fi doesn't really get there the quickest. It isn't really strong in that area. So, luckily, we were able to solve the problem real easily. My teacher just had to basically do it where there was no lockdown browser necessary. But that did mean that we did have to close everything off of our computers and just have the test, which in my opinion is fine. And she was walking around looking at screens just to make sure no funny business was going on. So overall, all good. And now I finished 2 classes. I finished English this morning and psychology. And we just have 4 more. One, I just have to write an assignment, and then we're done with that. Write an essay, though. But it's okay. 3 paragraphs. All good. And then one, I have 3 assignments due tomorrow, and then I just have to present, and then I'm done with that. And then I have 2 finals next Wednesday. But yeah. So I literally thought it was Thursday, and then I got to my room and I was explaining to my roommate how I thought it was Wednesday. So that's great. I really don't have anything else at the moment. If I do, y'all will be notified through the notifications when you do subscribe and the notification bell, and you hit the notification bell so you get the notifications. Although there is a video coming out today at 5:30 Eastern time. I almost said Central time, but no. 5:30 p.m. Central and 2:30 Pacific time. So yeah. And there will also be a post like 30 to an hour after the video is up, so go look for that. And be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when videos are going up, live streams, shorts, post in the community tab, and comment down below your takeaway from this video and give it a thumbs up, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Oh, I gotta fix the back of my hair. Oh no, we gotta fix this. The back of my hair? I don't know the grammar on that the first sentence I said was correct, but we're just gonna roll with it, you know? So, let's see. Okay. There is, so, the two shorts. I don't know why I showed 4, but anyways, the 2 shorts for today are already up and set. There's one that's funny, which recently just came out, and that's just for like the giggles of it. There's no seriousness with it. And then this first one, that one's like more realistic, I would say. And I actually might redo the first one with like something I feel that's slightly more accurate, or there might be more talk about it. So yeah. What was another thing? Oh, there's a video coming out. I need to check the time actually on that one because I'm not quite sure. Let me see. I have to scroll so far back. Let's see. It's coming out at 3 Central time. Not Central, Eastern time. So that's in like 90-ish minutes, give or take 7 minutes. So be on the lookout for that. And then there'll also be a post later. Still have to figure out what that's going to be, but that's a-okay. But so yesterday I finished 2 classes. Today I finished another one. So we're halfway done with classes. Still need to write that essay though for my lab, and then I could be done with that. My history class got canceled today, so I do need to watch the lecture. So that's going to be fun. But there's that. And French was great. We finished all the presentations, and now we just have to review on Friday and take the test next week, you know? So, sorry, I'm going to curl my hair because I don't like how not wavy they are. I also don't know what that did. Nothing. I'm just going to play with my hair for a bit. But yeah, that's how my hair is going to be because it doesn't want to change, and that's fine by me, you know? Although I do like doing this because I think I look cute, even though my hair is like that in the back. Hold on. Okay. I somewhat fixed it. Why is also my brightness like low on this? But yeah. Okay. This is a random. I was gonna say vlog, but it's a random live stream just because I did not come prepared for today. So take that as you wish. Ooh, what's the okay? Ooh, this is good message. This is good message. Let go of what you can't control. That also that involves situations, people in your life. Yeah, that basically covers everything. The weather, the climate, the place you're in. I don't know. Um. Ooh, let go of the people you can't control because they will be who they are, no matter who you are. Because honestly, they probably don't care how you act and they'll keep doing their thing and you should just keep doing yours and just let them be. Sorry, I'm like picking my hair from my sweatshirt over here on the side. So yeah, I wish I had something more, but I really thought I could speak more about that, but for some reason not a lot of thoughts are coming this way. So let's see. um why okay, I'm looking through my notes to find something to say, but these are all things that are quite personal or are going to be in other videos, or they're just random notes. Um, changes occur for the better. Run in the last stretch of the race. I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. So basically, let's see what I could use that with. When changes I'm overthinking my thoughts right now. It's great. But basically, I talked about this in one of the live streams earlier when I was using my bricks on my wall as a race to display the start, the finish, and all that jazz. And basically, because when change occurs, like on a track of a race, unless you've ran that track before, you don't know how the not road, but how the trail will go. So like there might be an unexpected turn all of a sudden, and you were caught off guard. But even though that may have slowed you down in your positioning in the race, do I know where I'm going with this somewhat? That doesn't mean you can't get back or even go past where you previously were. Sure, setbacks could happen, but it depends how you look at it, because I kept hearing this the other day, I think yesterday, where mindset can make not such a great situation slightly better, because when you're in a situation that's just not the best and you look on and you have a positive thinking, the positive mindset won't change your situation, but it will change the outcome of said situation because you're taking it from a different glance. You're focusing on different things. Oh, I also heard this I hear a lot of stuff around throughout my day-to-day life, but you could view something, but if you view it with different insight, different perspectives, you either may be more willing to do it, you may enjoy it more. The example I had was how a kid didn't like pancakes, but the mom used the same ingredients and everything, but changed the shape of the pancakes to make it look like donuts. And then all of a sudden, the kid was eating like 2 batches of those mini donuts, but it was the exact same thing. as if he was eating regular pancakes. It was the same mixture, same everything, but the shape of them was different, and that, like, he thought it was something else, so he ate it without realizing it was the same thing. He said, no, I don't like it 2 days prior. And it's just, it really depends on your perspectives of things that will make or break a situation. And that could go with life, it could go with something tiny, it could go with whatever you want it to go with. Take it as you will, and that's all I could say, if I'm being honest, as I'm playing around with the stuff in my room. Because that's the person I am. I tend to like in class you would see me playing with my fingers, and that's just a calming method. I think I really don't know why I do it. I think it's out of habit, and I have no idea where at this point of where this video is in general, but like I said, take as you will. And if you did enjoy it, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when there's videos being posted, like the one in an hour and 15 minutes from now, and as well as shorts that were posted 2 earlier today, one 45 minutes ago and one 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. And when the posts in the community tab will be up, like later today or whenever I live stream, like right now. And please comment below any questions you have, something you could relate to in the video, or anything else, as my hair goes flying in multiple directions. And be sure to give this a thumbs up, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Hi. I think I'm just going to do like every live while I'm trying to wait for it to process. I'm going to start it like that, if I remember, that is. Okay, let's see the quotes. Ooh, this is basically talking about what the video of tomorrow will be discussing. The video that's coming out in like less than 23 hours from now. So yeah, basically stating it's okay, be okay with not knowing for sure what might come next, but know that whatever it is, you will be okay. And the reason why this comes, because I feel like there are moments where an individual could be extremely overwhelmed of the unknown and uncertainty, because they don't have the control of knowing, they don't have the control of what is happening next, and that could terrify people a lot. It actually scares me sometimes, because a person can only control so much in their life. And honestly, when you're looking at your dreams and goals, you don't really have control of achieving them. You're potentially just guessing what will bring you closer to it. And if it does bring you closer, great, but you also don't know if it does until you achieve the goal. And it's sometimes nerve-wracking, because you're putting all of this work, but you don't see the process, and sometimes it's confusing and you start to question yourself. And yeah, be sure to check in on tomorrow's video that's coming out at 5:30 Eastern time. Personally, that's a great video where I open up a lot of like self-questioning, basically, because I think a lot of people could relate to that. It's also something that isn't really discussed a lot. So yeah. Oh, what's another? Oh, this is okay. So I just came across "Don't wish for a good body, work for it." So for any of you who are religious, for this, when you're praying to God and you're praying for like the list of what you want, next time you pray, look at your be conscious. Is that the right word? I don't know. Be aware of the words you are using and the way you're asking, because you could if you're just listing whatever you want, it's gonna be more difficult because you're not having the things that you need in order to achieve or to receive the items that you want. So if I want if I were to pray to God to have all 100% on my exams next week, I'm not gonna pray to God, God, can you please give me 100% on these exams? No. What I'm gonna do is, God, can you be with me during the times of when I'm studying, reviewing the lessons, when I'm physically taking the test? Can you be there with me as I'm writing this, filling in the answers, whatever that needs to be completed during the test? Also, can you make sure that my mind is encoding, encoding? I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. Encoding, storaging, and making sure that the receival process of the information that is necessary for the test is being programmed correctly into my brain. So when I do have to retrieve the information for wherever it is stored in my brain, that it's a smooth, easy process and I'm not second guessing myself. There's a difference between that prayer and just asking, hey, God, can I have 100%? Because that prayer can only get you so far. Whereas the previous one, where I enlisted how encoding the right information, having it stored in the right location in my brain, so when I have to retrieve it from that area, that it's quick, simple, and I'm not stressing out if it's correct or not. Instead, I know with certainty and confidence that it is, because God was with me when I was reviewing, when I looked over every lesson, when I look over the lessons and my notes and the information that is necessary. Some prayers are great, while others will actually benefit you. Because there's a difference between demanding and asking for help. And I feel like, I don't feel like, I know that could be implied in life as well. Because when you ask for help, you could be like, you could go up to a professor and be like, hey, can you help me with this? But then they're going to be like, what do you need help with? So you can't just go up and not know. Well, no, you could. But you also know that, hey, this, as you do it in class, it makes sense. But when I'm doing on my own, it's not, it hasn't encoded improperly into me. So yeah, so it wasn't stored properly into my brain, so I'm not retrieving it correctly. Can you please go over it one more time? And maybe this time use different wording? Or can you give me additional steps and write it on the side so next time I can look at the steps so I don't have to come up to you again and ask for help one more time? Wow. I have no idea where that came from. I feel like that's a common thing for me. Where if someone has a situation, all of a sudden I have the words that is necessary for them. But I think a big part of that is because I let God speak through me, and God knows what people need to hear. Of course, this doesn't happen all the time for me, but there are moments throughout the day, throughout the week, where I'm with my friends or I'm with like somebody and they ask a question and I give them quality information that is necessary, even though I may not know the whole situation or what's really going on. But then sometimes, sometime afterwards, I receive a message like, what you said was honestly really helpful. So, yeah. Um, Let me see. Mm, what else could I talk about? Let's see. Mm, this is okay. I think there's like a phrase. I don't remember exactly how it is, but it says like Rome was built in a day. When in reality, it wasn't. Yet that's a saying that goes around, and you may, depending on your generation, you may hear it or you may have never heard it. Um, but it's basically displaying how I take it in as others won't see the hard work. What they will see is an overnight sensation. They will see the good result, and to them, as outsiders who do not know what you put in to get to that place, it will make it seem like, oh, it was built in a day, when in reality, all this background work was done in order to get that result. And I feel like that's really masked over, and people are starting to think, oh, it doesn't require a lot to do this, when in reality, it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of smart tactics and trials and errors and knowing what will work, what doesn't, and then trying to figure out what will work. And realizing that change didn't work the best. So instead, let's put that back to how it originally was, but then let's change this thing. And then it's a whole process. And like now, people could go travel over Rome and they just see the good result of it. They just see the outcome, but they don't know the process of what it was to build Rome. It took a long time to actually build Rome, and that's being masked over through the phrase Rome was built in a day. So take that as you will. If you did enjoy this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content. And comment down below your takeaway from this video. Please give it a thumbs up. I see that someone already did, so thank you very much, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Oh, wow. Hi, y'all. So today may be a short one just because it's just like a quick little message basically stating, basically answering the question why things are hard or why some things may be difficult just in general in life. And part of that is because anything that is worth having or worth doing or anything just worth it, it's not gonna come into your life easy all the time. There are gonna be moments where you do have to work for it, because if typically the things that are worth it are things that everyone everyone in the universe typically wants some form of that, but in order to reach it, it requires some work because it's a unique thing. It's something that people desire, and the reason why a lot of them don't have it is because they don't want to put in the work, because it does take time, it does take effort and energy and a willing mindset to keep on going and putting in the work to achieve it. And some people are raised or learned to have that mindset, or eventually they realize that's the mindset that is more beneficial for them. And then there's some people who grow up with, if it's too hard, why should one ever do it? In my opinion, if it's something that you're constantly thinking about, then in my opinion that's something that the person or you should be doing, because it's constantly on your mind, and the only way to honestly get it off your mind is by working towards it or doing something towards that idea, towards that goal. I'm sorry if this doesn't really make much sense. I don't really have a script for this. I'm just going based off of my current thoughts, and I'm also like a little out of it just with everything going on, everything that went on this week, and everything that will be happening. So yeah, if this helped you in any way, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, as I slightly losing my voice here. And be sure to comment down below any questions you have, any other questions that you would like to be asked in the video, and give it a thumbs up, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.